So I have to ask, can a hoarder become a minimalist? Can somebody completely change their state of mind to take a hoarded, overcluttered home and completely clear it out? Hello everyone and welcome back to Hoarder's Heart. I am Miss Hart. I used to be a level 4 hoarder and now I'm a level 1, 2-ish. And while we're talking about this topic, I'm going to be cleaning, decluttering, and redecorating the kitchen. Now, the question is, can a hoarder become a minimalist? Now, I do want to say first that hoarding is a mental disorder, so I don't want somebody out there who has this disorder feel very discouraged and feel like, oh my gosh, for me to become a minimalist is almost impossible. I just want everyone to be aware that it is a mental disorder that people struggle with. But the question was, can a hoarder become a minimalist? And of course, the answer is absolutely. Absolutely they can. Because I believe every single person has the capacity and the strength within them to change any aspect of their life, whether it's a habit, a behavior, a mindset, a mental disorder. I feel that when someone is so driven to their core, they have the potential to change any characteristic about themselves. The question comes into play that, is that what you really want to do? Is that what you truly want? Or is there an outside source putting pressure on you to change, to be different, to clean out your hoarded home, or whatever bad habit you want to change? That's where the real change occurs. Is that what you really want to do? So when I was a full-blown hoarder, level 4, been doing it my entire life since childhood, there were a few factors that influenced me to change myself. Number one is going to be my kids. I didn't want them to live in a hoarded house, and I heard their concerns of wanting to have friends over, but the house was too messy. The other factors was Dawn the Minimal Mom on YouTube and also the Minimalists watching their documentary on Netflix. I was captivated by both of them because when they shared their story of minimalism, they just seemed so happy, so free, so peaceful. They escaped the corporate entrapment of basically working for somebody else. They freed themselves of consumerism and feeling the need to have the latest and greatest so that everyone could cheer and applaud all of their success. They really found happiness in minimalism. And I thought to myself, well, that's the answer. That's the answer. I need to become a minimalist. And as I continued to watch Dawn's videos back then in 2017 and 2018, and also listen to the Minimalist podcast, their consistent stories of just freeing up their schedule, feeling the freedoms to be with their families and their friends and volunteer in charities and work on passion projects and just to truly follow their heart, I thought, yes, I can do that too. And I'll always be eternally grateful for them for sparking that little candle within myself to want to change. And I started a YouTube channel because I also wanted to humanize hoarding disorder, because it broke my heart every single time I saw a negative comment about someone who had a hoarded house, because I could tell they didn't understand the mindset. They only knew what they knew, and what they thought was that the person just didn't care and was dirty and lazy, when honestly it had nothing to do with those type of characteristics. It had everything to do with anxiety, ADHD, PTSD, depression, and an umbrella of things triggering the hoarding behaviors. So I decided to start my decluttering journey. Woohoo! I could do this until I realized, holy crap, I don't think I can. The issue lied within. I was comparing myself to people that did not have hoarding disorder at all. And I thought my outcome was going to be their exact outcome in their time frame and state of mind. And what I quickly realized was that I had to honor where I was and do baby step decluttering, allowing myself these changes over a period of years, because my entire life I hoarded with this mindset. It wasn't going to change in a matter of months, at least not for me. And over time, together as a YouTube family, we declutter, we let go. Those tossy piles that used to be one or two things started to grow. We started encouraging each other and rooting each other on. And now I get to look back to when I was a level 4 hoarder and say, wow, I made it here. Level 1 hoarding. We've literally decluttered hundreds of thousands of things. I'm still a level 1 hoarder, and that's okay. Because even today, I still have a knee gut reaction to hold on to everything, even when I can make a logical decision. It's just ingrained in me, but at least now I can talk myself through it and actually say, hey, I really don't need this. I can joyfully let this go and transfer the joy. We've strengthened our decluttering muscles. We're better at making decisions. And the empty space doesn't scare me as much as it did before. Now, would people consider me to be a minimalist? Probably not in mainstream minimalism lifestyle living. But to me, girl, gentlemen, everybody, I feel like I'm a minimalist to who I was back in 2018. This is minimalism to me. So a lot of it falls under, how do you define minimalism? To me, my version of minimalism would be having cleared out spaces, like going in and out of doorways, not having piles upon piles of stuff on top of every flat surface, which includes floor space. And being able to not be mortifiedly embarrassed by having people over when I open the door and my hoard is exposed. Not having to deal with that is what minimalism is to me. Now, can I still transition into what traditional minimalism looks like with Dawn and the Minimalist and Josh Becker? I could. But at this point, I don't know if I really want to, because I obtained what I've been wanting the whole time, and that is how happy they were, how joyful they were, how their souls felt fulfilled, how I knew their true intentions were to help people, to heal people, to help them reach their goals, so that they could also be free of the stuff too. I knew that I was already living in that space. So I do consider myself minimalistic for someone with hoarding disorder, but truly, what I kind of feel like I really am to everyone else is probably a maximalist. And to me, a maximalist is somebody who does have a lot of beautiful possessions, whether it's art and textures and different pieces that just ignite their creativity. It's still curated, it's still organized, and they feel the love and the passion and peace when they're in their homes. That's ultimately what I am trying to obtain. And now, admittedly, there are still a lot of things to be decluttered, and there's still some behaviors and habits that need to be tweaked, because there is still stuff messy and unorganized in the home. I'm going to lovingly accept this space where I am today and continue my minimalistic decluttering journey. And I just want to ask all of you that same question in the sense of, what are your dreams? What are your visions? What is your life purpose that you feel within yourself, but maybe you're too scared to go after it, or maybe you don't know what that is at the moment? It took me a while to be able to finally figure out what my life purpose was. It's okay. But your soul and your heart already know what excites you, what makes you happy, what brings you peace, what motivates you. Start to write down that goals. What does that look like? And are they my goals, or is someone pressuring me to change? Because if there's an outside force asking you or pressuring you to change, you're not going to change. The change comes within here, within your heart, within your soul, within your drive. That's where the true change occurs. And just start taking those baby steps. You might not be a hoarder. In fact, probably a majority of you are not who are watching this. There may be other struggles that you have that you would like to change. Start to write it down and live in the potential that you have the capabilities to change anything. Start where you are. If it's decluttering, because that's what this channel is based on, start with baby step decluttering. Start letting go of what feels right in your heart. Do not compare your journey and your victories to anybody else. Only compare it to you, yourself. Did you make steps forward? Great. Take a step back? It's okay. It's okay. We'll get past it. As long as we're continuously moving forward, we're going to be able to reach those goals. We'll be able to reach those dreams. And I just want you to know that you can change anything about yourself. And that absolutely, if a hoarder within themselves was absolutely driven to become a minimalist, they absolutely can. My hope, my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to clean, declutter, and let go of something in your home today too.